You've made it past 60, but that doesn't mean your marriage and family are safe. Many people believe that once you've reached retirement age, the hardest years are behind you. The kids are grown, the careers are over, the bills are lighter, and life should finally be calm. But here's the truth most people never see coming. The years after 60 bring their own hidden dangers, and these dangers quietly ruin more marriages and families than arguments, money troubles, or outside interference ever did in the past. The problem is, they don't announce themselves. They slip in quietly, in the form of silence at the dinner table, unspoken stress about money, distance between partners, or a stubborn refusal to grow with the changing times. These dangers don't just threaten the marriage, they ripple outward, shaking family relationships, creating tension with children and grandchildren, and leaving seniors feeling isolated in the very years they thought would be peaceful. Too many couples cross 60 believing time alone is enough to protect their marriage and family, only to realize too late that love, peace, and respect don't survive on autopilot. And sadly, countless seniors lose their happiness, their health, and even their connection with their family because they never learned to recognize these silent destroyers. Before we go deeper, let me pause and ask you this. Do you believe your happiness and family peace are worth protecting at any age? If you do, tap like right now. And don't forget to subscribe to Love and Life After 60 so you never miss these important conversations, because one idea in this video might just save your golden years. That's why in this video, we're exposing 4 hidden dangers you must avoid if you want to protect not only your marriage but also your family peace after 60. These are the things no one warns you about, the things that creep in and steal joy from even the strongest homes. If you want your golden years to be filled with peace, love, and family unity, stay with me. Because what you're about to hear could save your marriage and your family from slowly falling apart. Many people think that once they cross 60, the struggles of marriage and family life are behind them. They expect retirement to be filled with peace, simple routines, and time to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But the truth is, new challenges often arise in these later years, challenges that can quietly eat away at love, respect, and even the bond with children and grandchildren. Without the busyness of work or raising kids, unresolved issues rise to the surface. Habits that were once ignored become impossible to overlook. Financial pressure, silence in the home, and emotional distance all begin to show themselves more clearly. And these problems don't just affect the couple, they spread into the wider family, creating tension, misunderstandings, and distance. What was supposed to be the golden season of life can turn into years of frustration if these dangers aren't faced head-on. These 4 things I'm about to share can ruin your family after 60. The first thing, unresolved conflicts that never go away. One of the biggest dangers after 60 is carrying old conflicts that were never truly settled. For years, couples often pushed arguments aside because life was busy with children, jobs, and responsibilities. But in retirement, there are fewer distractions, and the quiet can make old wounds louder. Small disagreements that were once ignored suddenly feel bigger when there is more time to dwell on them. Maybe it's about how money was handled years ago, or how one partner felt unappreciated, or how decisions about the children were made without equal say. When these old conflicts resurface, they poison the present. The home becomes a place of tension instead of peace. And it doesn't stop there, children and grandchildren can sense it. They visit less often, they avoid family gatherings, or they feel caught in the middle. The pain of unresolved conflict is like carrying a heavy weight into your golden years, and it drains the joy out of family life. Facing these issues honestly, even if it's uncomfortable, is the only way to stop them from quietly ruining your happiness and relationships. The second thing, financial stress and poor planning. Money is one of the biggest sources of stress in later life, and after 60 it can quietly ruin both marriage and family harmony if it isn't handled wisely. Retirement often means living on a fixed income. The paycheck that once covered bills, vacations, and emergencies is no longer coming in, and couples must learn to adjust. But when one partner hides spending, resents the other's choices, or refuses to change old habits, financial tension builds quickly. It can start with small arguments about grocery bills or gifts for grandchildren, but over time it becomes heavy resentment. Financial stress doesn't just affect the couple, it ripples through the family. Adult children may feel pressure to step in and help. Grandchildren may notice the tension at family gatherings. A lack of planning can even lead to emergencies that divide siblings and create long-lasting family rifts. Many seniors have lost their peace not because they lacked money, but because they refused to work together honestly about what they had. The truth is, financial peace after 60 is less about the size of your savings and more about teamwork, openness, and wise choices. Families are happiest when money is handled with clarity instead of secrecy, with planning instead of blame. Ignoring this can slowly choke the joy out of your golden years and drive a wedge between you and the people you love. The third thing, neglecting emotional and physical connection. After 60, many couples assume that closeness will naturally fade, that passion and tenderness belong to the past. But this belief is one of the most dangerous lies, because emotional and physical connection are still vital for happiness, health, and family harmony. When affection disappears, partners stop feeling like companions and begin to feel like strangers sharing the same roof. Conversations shrink to daily routines, hugs and kisses vanish, and the warmth that once filled the home is replaced by cold silence. This neglect doesn't just affect the couple, it spills over into the entire family. Children and grandchildren notice when the home atmosphere is tense and joyless. They may avoid visiting, feeling uncomfortable with the distance between two people who should be the foundation of the family. Over time, the marriage becomes a hollow shell, outwardly intact but inwardly empty. Emotional and physical connection after 60 doesn't have to mean grand gestures. It can be as simple as holding hands during a walk, sitting close during a movie, sharing feelings honestly, or saying, "I appreciate you." These small acts rebuild trust and remind both partners that love has no expiration date. Without them, resentment and loneliness grow, and when those grow, the entire family feels the weight. Connection is the glue that keeps love alive, and neglecting it can quietly undo decades of marriage and unity. The fourth thing, refusing to embrace change. Life after 60 brings change, whether we like it or not. Retirement alters routines, health challenges require adjustments, and children build lives of their own. But one of the biggest dangers to both marriage and family is refusing to adapt. Some seniors become rigid, holding on tightly to old ways of living, old ways of thinking, and old patterns that no longer serve them. Instead of learning new habits, trying new activities, or accepting new realities, they resist. That resistance doesn't create stability, it creates distance. When one partner refuses to grow, the other feels trapped. When parents refuse to accept that their children are now adults with their own choices, it causes friction. When grandparents refuse to understand the younger generation, it weakens the family bond. This stubbornness may feel like strength, but in truth, it isolates. It pushes away love, it creates conflict, and it leaves seniors lonely in the very years they hope to feel supported. Embracing change doesn't mean losing yourself, it means choosing flexibility and openness. It can be as simple as learning how to use technology to stay connected with family, joining a new community group, or adjusting expectations about daily life with your spouse. Change is part of life, and when you resist it, you risk losing the people who matter most. After 60, embracing change with humility and grace can keep marriages strong and families united. Refusing to do so can quietly tear them apart. After 60, marriage and family can either become your greatest joy or your deepest burden. The difference lies in whether you face these dangers or ignore them. Unresolved conflicts, financial stress, emotional distance, and a refusal to embrace change, these four things have the power to quietly tear down the love you worked decades to build, and they can push away the very family you hoped would stay close in your later years. But the good news is this, it's not too late. By naming these dangers, by addressing them with courage, and by choosing growth instead of silence, you can still protect your happiness and keep your family united. Your golden years are meant to be lived with peace, laughter, and love that flows freely through your home. Don't let these silent destroyers rob you of that blessing. If this message opened your eyes, tap like right now. It tells YouTube this truth matters. Share this video with a friend or family member over 60 who deserves to know that happiness and family unity are still possible. And subscribe to Love and Life After 60 for more honest advice on marriage, family, and finding joy in your golden years. Because after 60, your story is not over, Your best chapter might just be beginning.